Consilium Delectorum Cardinalium, Episode 1. This is the frontispiece for the edition we'll be using for this series, Consilium Delectorum Cardinalium et Aliorum Praelatorum de Emendanda Ecclesia Servo Dei Nostro Domino Paulo Tertio, ipso jubente conscriptum et exhibitum anno 1538, libellus verde aureus, ante annos, etc. The title here, Consilium, is in the neuter, singular, and nominative. So this is the decision that was reached, the Consilium. Consilium is not to be confused with concilium, which is the assembly of persons, while the Consilium is the decision they make or the fruit of their deliberations. So the Consilium, the advice of select Delectorum Cardinalium, of select cardinals, and of other prelates. Delectorum Cardinalium Aliorum Praelatorum. These are all masculine, plural, and genitive. These were individuals that were appointed by Paul III, Pope Paul III, whose name we will reach in just a moment. So the council met. De here about or concerning. Here's the subject of what they deliberated. Emendanda is a gerundive. It is in the feminine, singular, and ablative, and it's modifying ecclesia or ecclesia, as you can see. Emendanda is from the first conjugation verb emendo, emendare, which means to correct. It's a gerundive because it is modifying ecclesia. So, consilium in the nominative, and then it is addressed to SDN Paulo Tertio. So then, consilium nominative to the dative. S here stands for servo, servant. D stands for Dei, the servant of God. N stands for nostro, and servo and nostro are both masculine, singular, and dative. So to our servant of God, Domino, this is a title of reverence and respect, master or lord, that's what the D stands for. Domino Paul III, Paulo Tertio. So this is how letters are typically addressed. A nominative to a dative. Sometimes there'll be an accusative, here or afterward, grace and peace, salutem, etc. Then we have this phrase, ipso jubente conscriptum et exhibitum anno. Ipso jubente is masculine, singular, and ablative. Ipso refers to Paulo, and jubente is from the verb jubeo jubere, second conjugation meaning to order or command. So, with Paul himself ordering it, it was written, conscriptum, and published or set forth, exhibitum, in the year 1538. Now, both conscriptum and exhibitum are neuter, singular, and they are nominative. They are neuter and singular because they refer to consilium, and I'm taking them as nominative because they are the subject of an unexpressed est. So the consilium was written, conscriptum, and it was published in the year 1538. Now, as for the rest of it, I'm not going to go through it in detail. This was actually published by a Protestant publisher in London in 1603, as you can see, Richard Boyle, and that is because I wasn't able to find a 16th century copy of the text. I only have the 17th century text. However, the text itself was not altered. It says, ante annos 70 years before, at the Council of Trent, in Concilio Tridentino, first published, primum editus. Then, under the tyrannical iusu, the tyrannical command, as it's called, of the Roman Antichrist, i.e. the Pope, it was unjustly suppressus. It was unjustly buried. And then it says, basically, brought to light and published, etc., by Richard Boyle in 1603.